President Moon Jae-in today gave the final New Year's address he'll give as president, his term ending in May. And in the time he has left, he pledged to do everything possible to revive diplomacy with North Korea and to bring life in the pandemic back to normal. Our senior Blue House correspondent Kim Min-ji has the key points.
President Moon Jae-in says he will not stop his efforts to institutionalize sustainable peace on the Korean peninsula until the end of his term in May. In his final New Year's address as president on Monday, Moon said there is still a long way to go and that the commitment of the two Koreas is more important than ever. Despite 3 inter-Korean summits and 2 North Korea-U.S. summits during his term, diplomacy with North Korea is currently at a standstill.
다시 대화하고 협력한다면 국제사회도 호응할 것입니다. 정부는 기회가 된다면 마지막까지 남북관계 정상화와 되돌릴 수 없는 평화의 길을 모색할 것이며 다음 정부에서도 대화의 노력이 이어지길 바랍니다.
Moon used the term institutionalizing peace likely in reference to his proposal for a declaration to formally end the 1950-53 Korean War, although there was no mention of it directly. He has been seeking such a declaration as a way to revive momentum for dialogue. Seoul and Washington have been in consultations over the matter, but the allies aren't exactly in sync in terms of the timing conditions, while Pyongyang remains unresponsive. Another key task during the remaining 4 months of Moon's term, a complete recovery of people's lives from the pandemic. Moon expressed optimism about the introduction of oral treatments, but said it was too soon for the country to let down its guard due to the Omicron variant. He also reiterated his promise of full support and compensation for those hit by COVID-19.
국내에서 우세종이 되는 것도 시간 문제일 것입니다. 정부는 이 고비를 넘어서는데 총력을 기울이겠습니다. 정부는 길게 내다보고 국민과 함께 뚜벅뚜벅 어려움을 헤쳐가면서 일상회복의 희망을 키워가겠습니다.
President Moon also promised to open the era of South Korea as a pace-setting nation by proactively responding to changes in the global supply chain and technological competition. He pointed out that South Korea is the only country to have advanced from developing nation status to developed since the Second World War. Noting the Seoul ranks in the world's top 10 in the economy, defense, diplomacy, and culture, Moon said these feats are undeniable and that he will do his best so the achievements can be carried over to the next administration.
세계를 선도하는 위치에 서서 더 많은 분야에서 우리가 가는 길이 새로운 길이 되고 새로운 표준이 되도록 하겠습니다.
As for the March 9th presidential election, Moon called for active participation, saying it needs to be a celebration of democracy, where candidates compete to better people's livelihoods and the country's future. He voiced hope that it will be an election of unity rather than hatred and division. Kim Min-ji, Arirang News.